Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rosano, and this is episode 216 of the world famous Universal Love Podcast, also known as Online Marketing Moves. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But we are coming to you live today. Today is Sunday, February the 28th, 2021. At the time of this recording, ladies and gentlemen, it is almost March. Can you believe this? Time is zooming by. You know, my wife is 14 weeks pregnant now, I believe. It seemed like just yesterday she was telling me the good news. And now we are steaming along. We are in the second trimester, okay? I'm very excited. I tell you what, I am looking forward to fatherhood, you know? I never thought I would say that, but here we are, and I'm happy, content. I'm ready to rock and roll when it comes to, raising a child. Can't wait to interview my child, put them on the podcast, put them to work. They will know more about technology probably than me. So they will start. By the time they're 5, they're going to be editing the contents, writing the show notes, and doing everything else. I will have my very own assistant, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, we got work to do, child. My wife, she still hasn't told me the sex of the baby. She says she hasn't got a phone call yet. But I believe my wife might be selling me a bill of goods, okay? I believe she knows. She just doesn't want to tell me. We're supposed to do some kind of party in the near future. Or one of those Zoom parties. Not me and my wife, we don't even go out to eat these days. I was driving by a church today and it said church service open. I was like, woo, I don't think I can handle that yet. Not yet. But anyway, today I'm going to hit home on a couple of points and then we're going to get out of here. Now, first things first, ladies and gentlemen, for the month of March, I have a book that I'm going to read and I'm going to review it towards the end of the month. It is called How to Read a Book, The Classic Guide to Intelligent Reading by Mortimer J. Adler and Charles Van Doren. Why did I buy that book? I don't know. I believe I want to improve my book, my reading of books, because I have a lot of books that I want to read. I have a lot of books that I've read, but I also have a lot of books that I want to read. I want to read. I want to start doing more reading than I do watching TV. Now, I don't watch a lot of TV anymore unless I'm with my wife, which she loves the TV. She loves bad TV. No, I'm just kidding. You don't tell her I said that. She likes crap. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. But I definitely want to start reading more books. I like watching a movie every now and then, but as far as TV shows, nothing really good anymore. You know what I mean? Seinfeld, but I got that on DVD, all that good stuff. So, but I bought this book just so I can, maybe it helped me learn to speed read. We talked about it last week in the podcast. Talk about writing content fast. I want to read fast. I want to do everything fast. So, but I will give you an update on the book. I know we used to talk about books on a weekly basis, but as I told you, more content. I got more content produced. Less time to read books until we actually stop driving 12 hours a day. I want to scale back on my reading because, it's like produce content or read a book. Come on now. We have to produce content. Because we both know affiliate marketing, if you're not producing content, then you are stinking. All right. Now, one more thing I want to hit home on, and then we'll get out of here is, we talked about this before, but I just want to tell people, if you focus on yourself when it comes to running a business and when it comes to life in general, the better off you will be. Now, I have a cousin. He's into the stock market. He loves the stock market. He loves it. It's like his new girlfriend. It's like his new girlfriend, his new boo. So he does a lot of studying. He does a lot of research, this, that, and the other. He come texting me. He said, I'm sick of these people in this GameStop stuff. Because he had a friend, I guess his friend decided to buy some stock in GameStop, and his friend made like 15,000, 20,000, something like that. His friend made quite a bit of money. And he's like, he just followed a trend, and now he got a bag. Now he gonna think it's that easy. He's like, but look at me. I've been doing all this study and research. And I'm like, my man, if you just relax and just keep doing what you're doing, and at the end of the day, you'll end up probably ahead of him. But it don't matter if you do it, if you don't. Because at the end of the day, if you feel good about the stocks you're doing, if you feel good about what you have going on, then why are you worried about the next man? Why are you worried about the next person? And that is what I want to, press on to you. All we can do is what we can do for ourselves. There's no, oh, why come this person doesn't support me, or how come this person is ahead of me? You can start at a job. Both of you can start at a job and do the same job. One person might move up faster than the next person. Does it mean you're a worse person than him? Nope. It just means that for some reason, maybe the company likes him. Maybe the company likes them, I should say. Maybe the supervisor doesn't like the way you wear your hair. Is that your fault? No. Can you do anything about that? No. The only thing you can do is keep working and keep striving. And if you don't like the way things are going at the job, then guess what? Quit. Find another job. Sometimes people seem like they are being held hostage to certain situations. You're not being You're not a hostage victim. You know what I mean? When it comes to jobs, when it comes to things like my cousin and the stock market. If my cousin wanted to try to, if he wants to emulate the guy, why don't he just get on the GameStop too? And he talked to me about GameStop when it first started. I was like, "Oh, are you gonna invest?" He's like, "No, I ain't doing that." So why are you upset now because your friend decided to take a swing and he struck a hit? He hit a home run and you did not. You had the same opportunity, so it's not his fault. It's it doesn't really matter if that's something you didn't feel comfortable in doing, then don't do it. But now don't get upset because this guy just sort of showed up to the party and he's like, hey, and he walked away with the the quote unquote hottest girl at the party. Why get upset about something that you can't control? It doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, if you're happy with the way things are going with your stock portfolio, then by all means, keep doing that. And that is a lot of that sometimes hinders all of us when it comes to starting a business, or because you will see, you want to get on different platforms and you go on YouTube or you do a podcast. It's like people start podcasts. I know somebody, they started a podcast. They was like, I'm gonna do an episode every Friday. That was 6 Fridays ago. They did one podcast and that was it. Okay. 5 Fridays later, no podcast. People want 1 million downloads on these podcasts or these YouTube videos or these TikTok videos immediately. It don't work like that. Who cares what other people get? I saw this thing about Tim Ferriss. Tim Ferriss, he wrote 4 Hour Work Week. Tim Ferriss had I think he said he had like 100 million downloads, something like that. It was in the millions of downloads, and I'm like, oh, that's nice, man, but why would I feel about it and be like, man, F Tim Ferriss, man, why he got all them downloads and I don't? Okay, first off, Tim Ferriss wrote a book that people love to go buy, the 4 Hour Work Week. People love that book. People run and buy that book. And in the book, people thought, I guess for some reason, people thought he actually meant that you're going to work 4 hours a week, But the main thing about that book is just about saving yourself time and having other people do stuff, like automation. Like a lot of that book is about automation. It's not about, oh, you're just going to work 4 hours. It's about doing the things that you want to do and running the business through automation, which, I found to be cool and fascinating. And I was like, oh wow, but at the same time, I'm not going to be like, man, that Tim Ferriss, GD Tim Ferriss, he got, 100 million downloads and I got, 3,000, what? 4,000, what? It's like, come on, man. I am excited that I've gotten the downloads that I mean, listen. When you are now to my mama, I'm a celebrity, okay? I'm a superstar. To my wife, I'm a somebody. But to the world, no. Of course not. I know this, you know this, okay? To the world, I'm not known. I'm not well known. Nor that I come out the gate expecting to be. So I would be a complete moron if I thought to myself, "Where's all my downloads? I need 1,000,000 downloads." Now, 10 years from now, after I create this whole podcast empire and I blow up, I'm gonna be expecting 1,000,000 downloads, of course. But in the in the meantime and in between time, right now, no, I would be a complete idiot, a complete moron if I thought I deserve 1,000,000 downloads. The content's good, the quality's good. I enjoy the podcast, but come on now. We both know what it is. We both know that 1,000,000 downloads are not gonna happen within the next month. You know? We pick the pace is picking up, but I mean, how would I look if I start ranting and raving to you about where's all my downloads, where's all the subscribers, you know? Come on. I had to run my own race. Tim Ferriss is going to run his race. And the rest of us are all going to run our own race. And at the end of the day, if you look at yourself in the mirror and you are satisfied with your life and where you are headed, then by all means, you do that. Okay? Another thing before we go, I must say, now my wife, she decided to we okay, I will give you the dynamic of I will give you the quick dynamic of my house. My wife, once she saw that I was quite serious about this whole podcast thing and this whole, starting a business online, once she saw that I was very serious about that, she has jumped on board, and I appreciate that. I love her for it. So what I've done, because you well know, we started this podcast in the back of the truck. We're not on the back of the truck anymore. We are at home on a regular basis. So what I did, first thing, I got my microphone out, my Audio Technica 2020. I pulled it out. I had it for a while. I pulled it out, set it on the table, and I was doing the podcast from the table, sitting on the floor, and I thought, this is getting very uncomfortable. By the time the 15 minutes rolled around, my legs were asleep. Okay. So I found the table in the storage room, and I said, ooh, I'm gonna use this table. So I pulled out the table, stacked some books on top of it. I have about 6 books on top of this for the microphone, and I have my computer pulled out. And my wife saw my setup and she said, I saw the setup. I said, did you love it? She said, I'm gonna get that wrong. I'm gonna get the office set up for you, buddy. I said, "Well, you don't like me standing out you don't like me standing out in the living room with the table?" She said, absolutely not. I said, no, boy, come on now. So what my wife did, which is a nice thing, she moved all the clothes. Well, I had to help her because she's pregnant. But we moved a lot of the clothes out of a room because it was going to be the baby room, but now it's going to be the office, and the baby room is going to be somewhere else in the house. So she put all the stuff, and she's like, "I'm going to get you a table. I'm going to get you this. I'm going to get you that, and you will see. You will have a nice office." I said, "You know what? I greatly appreciate that. And I appreciate you." But you see, ladies and gentlemen, the point of that story is when you take action, like I took action, other people will react to your action and they will take action. Okay. I took action, started doing the podcast. At first, my wife probably thought, this guy's going to quit. But 215 episodes later, ain't no stopping this train. Okay. So now I put out my little studio equipment, and my wife says, if I don't fix up that room now, you will have this be in the office for the next 20 years. I said, you know what? You're probably right. I like my little table. I like my little stack of books, and I like doing the podcast from right here at this table. But my wife, God bless her, she's gonna set up the office for me, and I'm excited about that. So whenever we get it all, straightened out and situated, I will take a picture and I will upload it on Instagram for you to check out. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it. No more podcast today. Okay. Oh yeah. By the way, and the next, I'm going to write after I get off this. After I get done with this podcast, I am going to write a new story and post it on Medium. It's been a long time. It's been a little too long. I got to get back on Medium and start writing stories. Start producing more content. Because as you well know, the more content you produce, the better off you will be. But we will write a story. My wife, she's gonna proofread it, and she's gonna do some editing on the story. And then Monday or Tuesday, we'll upload the story. But I will let you know when it's fully done, when it's finished, and then you can go check it out yourself. And while you're at it, go ahead and look at all the other stories I produced last year. And I believe I started in 2019 writing them stories on Medium. I erased a few of them, but I have a lot of poetry on there and then a couple stories. So go ahead and check that out. But for now, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Most important thing about this episode that you can take from this is just focus on yourself and everything else will work out. All right. So that's it for now. My name is Tony Rosano. Hope you enjoyed episode 216 of Online Marketing Moves. But until tomorrow, it's always everybody. Peace.